today my special guest is Anthony Broco from Broco Farms in Pine Island, New York. But Anthony does a lot of programs on growing your own and having your own hens for getting your own eggs and just a whole bunch of really interesting topics. And now, it's spring, so we need to start getting things together. Anthony, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you, Maria. Thanks for having me this morning.
Yeah. So I know what the topic we were going to talk about is about the importance of people needing to be more self-sufficient, right?
That's correct. Especially
and can you start? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but can you start off with that statistic you just told me?
Yes. In the first half of the 20th century, from 1900 up until the end of World War II, 60% of vegetables consumed by Americans in our country were grown by them in their own backyard gardens. That means our grandparents and great-grandparents relied heavily on their backyard garden for some sustenance, and actually almost more than 50% of their sustenance. And today, the percentage is 0.2% people rely on what they grow. So that has gone down. I mean, as Joel Salatin points out, we have 40 million acres of lawn in this country, and we have 42 million acres of wheat. So, we have 36 million acres of recreational horse pasture.
Yes.
So
oh my
this
gosh,
is where we're at. So it's about priorities. And I think now with things happening in this country and around the world, I think people are starting to really realize that, I have to do something because I can't depend on anything could stop at any moment with all these train accidents and truck accidents. And you hear about all these fires and all these problems with the supply chain and such.
Yes.
I know we live in most of us live in this country in a temperate zone. We can't grow all year round unless we're fortunate enough to live in California or Florida or the southern states. Then we can do it. But for us people here in the Northeast, we have a window from April to October. So we should utilize that. And then what happens after October, we should be doing canning and jarring and preserving and drying and things like that, so that this way we can actually have some of what we grew through the winter.
Exactly. Or what I do is I have a grow light, which is really simple. And if you have a spot in your house or a basement, you can use the grow light because I'm in the Northeast too. Right. And use the grow light. They're remarkable. So people don't realize it's really simple. It's just, like everything takes a little bit of time, but it's worth the time to invest. So I guess my thing would be to tell people, especially those that have never, done anything like this before. I think people are just intimidated to get started because they just don't know where to start. I mean, I grew up with this all my life. My grandparents were from Italy.
As I did.
We always had this stuff growing everywhere, and they were remarkable. It was like magic. They grew this stuff, that I just couldn't imagine how they did it, but they just knew how to do it. And they didn't have all the stuff that we have today. So, but for somebody that's never done anything, how do you get them to start, or what would you suggest?
There's so much material online. I think a great place to start is every state and every county has a USDA Ag Extension agent. And you usually go through into one of your state universities is usually where their website and their material will reside. In New Jersey, it's Rutgers University, and you would go to the Rutgers website, and Cook College would be their ag college, and you would just type in looking for your Ag Extension agent from the USDA. And in New York, we have Cornell. We do it out of Cornell. So when you go there, they have it all categorized, so you can find material on everything from gardening to if you wanted to be an orchard grower growing trees, or you just wanted to grow bushes, or raspberry, blueberries, whatever, they will divide it up into all different categories. Even if you just want to grow hay, or you want to grow ornamental flowers, but they have such an amount of great reading material and great instructional material, and it's all free. It's all in PDF form. Many of them are a lot of booklets and pamphlets, and then you can always call your county agent and talk to them directly. They're readily available. It's a great service. We use ours all the time in Orange County. We call Middletown if we have a problem with anything we're growing. They'll come out and they'll see what it is. And with gardeners, they do the same thing. They'll respond. I don't know if they'll come out to your garden, but they will respond and say, try this or try that, or this is a great source for seeds, or this is a great source for fertilizer and such.
Yes, yes. So that's really, that's a great start. And I know in like, in Pennsylvania, we have Penn State University.
Penn State is the one.
They have a agricultural, all this information online that you can get a lot of information. There's even, if you're in their area, a lot of these places have classes online, or you can go to classes in wherever you're out in your county. A lot of them have free or low cost types of classes also. So, I know, I think some of the easiest things to grow, like I know greens or herbs are really easy to grow in your kitchen, right?
Radishes are probably the easiest thing in the world to grow.
Oh, are they really?
Yes, you just put a few seeds in the ground. And I tell people, don't put one seed at a time when you do radishes. Grab a pinch and just throw a bunch, and then when you pick them, you pick the bunch. So you get a crop like every 2.5 weeks. It's amazing.
Oh, wow.
And people don't realize you can eat the greens. On a lot of these crops, you can eat the greens on beets, on radishes, parsnips, things like that. You can eat.
Carrots. You can make pesto out of the greens.
My wife does that.
From the tops of carrots and the turnips. I do the turnips also. Turnips are easy. I find them easy to grow also.
They are very easy to grow. Lettuces, spinach grows very easy.
Yes.
All your lettuces grow easy. Things, things that take a little more time, that you want to start off with seedlings. I always find it's better to, when you get your tomato plants, your eggplant, and your peppers, go to the garden center and get a nice set of 4 plants or 6 plants, because sometimes starting from seed with them, unless your temperatures are correct and everything's correct, they may get stunted or leggy, and they may not grow properly.
So you and the one thing I found are it seems like certain plants don't like other plants, so you have to be careful.
Yes, companion planting, right? Yes, if you go online and you look, just put in companion planting, and they will give you all the information that you need about how to, which plants like to grow next to each other.
Exactly.
Example, tomato plants like carrots near them, or onions, things like that. And they explain why, because of the gases that are shared and such.
Exactly. I learned that when I was growing a lot of herbs all together, and I found out I don't think a lot of plants like rosemary, or was it oregano, and I had to kind of grow some apart from the others. So, but it's kind of funny. But yes, you can find that online, definitely. So much info you can find online. So tell us about, if you want to talk a little bit, can people visit the farm?
Absolutely. They can. We welcome visitors all season long. We like to take them out and show them what we're doing and how it's done. At some point, once we get our greenhouse finished, we may be running some classes up there too, because people are asking me. We do the talks, as you know. So far this year, I have 38 talks booked already, because everybody wants the information, and I have so many people who have offered to volunteer to work at the farm and to come up and visit the farm. So it's a good way to get an introduction to it, so you kind of see, of course, on a larger scale what we're doing, but if you scale it down, especially if they go in our greenhouse, that'll give them more of a sense of what a garden's like,
Exactly. And I know in the past you have sent me booklets So can I put those booklets on my website? Now we have the MariaLiberatishow.com. Can we put those? I'll tell everybody yes.
Absolutely. I will send you the current versions, and we have many more that we've added.
Oh, okay. So I'll put some booklets online that you'll be able to upload or download, whatever that is.
Yes.
You'll get some more information. And do you tell us your website? Do you have a website where people?
Oh yeah, it's very simple. BrocoFarms.com. BRACCO farms.com.
You list your events on there?
Yes, we have a page called Farm Talks page where they're all listed. So I mean, we're getting so many. It used to be mostly libraries. Now it's garden clubs, wellness centers, churches. And they just want to make people aware of what's needed. Exactly how necessary this is, and it's all so, as you know, it's very therapeutic too. It's it's part of our collective memory as human beings. It's part of our history. So that's why we go back to it, because we are drawn to it.
Exactly right. And there's so many health benefits, not only the healthy, no pesticide foods that you're eating, but also it's a very therapeutic activity to do, growing your own things, whether it's just one plant or many. It's just really therapeutic. Well, that's great. So it's BrocoFarms.com. Is that where people can find you?
That's right. And our email address is there. Everything's there. Our phone, whatever they can call us, they can email us. They can write to us if they want to.
Yes. And I definitely recommend a visit. I haven't gotten a chance to visit, but I know it's one of my plans to try and get out there too, to visit you there. I'd love to see that. Anthony, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll be having you back again.
Thank you so much for having us this morning.